What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. My name is Gregson and welcome to Shifting Lanes. Today I am in the Civic Type R. If you don't know, we just bought a Volvo C30 from 2008 and we are going to try to turn it into a Civic Type R killer. So why not take this car for a ride? Let's see if we really bit off more than we can chew. Fingers crossed we didn't. Full disclosure, I have driven this car before, but I drove it on track, and it's a very different animal on track than I'm imagining it is for the road. The difference, I'm gonna guess, is that it's a lot more playful on track than it is on the road, but let's see. I also have yet to drive Chad's C30, so this is sort of in a vacuum as of right now, but this should give me at least a good baseline as to how, I mean, really what we're up against. And I mean, going up against the front wheel drive Mac Daddy of, you know, today is a pretty big undertaking in and of itself. As I get started here driving, I can tell that this thing is really tight. There is crazy tight handling in this, even for a front wheel drive car. I can tell you that when I had it on track last year, the torque vectoring in this is a complete mind screw. You get it, you put your foot down in a corner and you're like, oh yeah, there's going to be a ton of understeer, and you're going to plow. Wrong. The torque vectoring just pulls you right around the corner, and it is ridiculous how well this thing corners for its drivetrain. It's still not on the same plane as a rear-wheel drive or an all-wheel drive, but this is the front-wheel drive car to own right now. I'm going to talk mostly about the driving experience and not really the aesthetics of the car. The aesthetics of the car, they're all subjective. I think they're, you know, I'll give you my opinion anyway, just because you're watching the video and I have a captive audience. But I think it looks cool. I probably wouldn't buy one because the looks are a little out there for me, but I think it looks cool, and it's definitely a really nice daily driver performance car to have that I think looks really neat. The inside is really nice. The seats are bolstered well. If you buy it, it's going to be a high quality materials car. It's a Honda, so you're going to get good reliability out of it. And yeah, I mean, if you're looking in the market for a budget performance car, then you should be looking at this if you're buying new, for sure. 25 mile an hour, punch it. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. This thing is so quick. I don't understand how this thing builds speed that fast. Oh my god. All right, I can already tell that we have bitten off a lot with this C30 project. This is this thing's super fun, and it's super quick, and it handles great. Oh man, this is a tall order, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna put a new suspension on that C30. We're gonna put the power down with it. I mean, this is pushing over 300 horsepower. The C30 right now is 227, and it's an old car, so it may have lost a few ponies. We'll dyno that, and then figure out exactly what we're working with from a baseline. But yeah, I mean, this I think the C30 can do it, but this thing is this is a big ask. Clutch in this thing is super light, and actually there's a lot of travel from the top where you actually push to even sort of get any kind of grab and engage at all. So again, haven't driven the C30, but the clutch on this is, I would say, almost a little hindering. Where it does engage, the clutch is really light. There's a big sweet spot where you can kind of manipulate where the clutch grabs and you get that engagement point. So the gearbox and the clutch, the way that they're set up, I think that they work well together. It's just that one little bit of travel up top that's a little odd. The gearbox itself, the 6-speed gearbox, is sweet. It is really smooth. It's notchy when it needs to be, and it's just smooth and flawlessly goes into gear each and every time. Just kind of like ripping through gears right now. Yeah, this is a really good manual box. Ooh, and you can hear some turbo spool and some whoosh push. Whoa, I didn't get that on track. Wow, that sounds great. I'm kind of really liking this car. Crap. I don't want to like this car. I want the Volvo to win and everything, but damn, this is really good. All right, fresh paved road. Lots of nice turns. Let's see how it does. Oh, that is really fast. Not good. Not good. Maybe we should have taken on something else. It's difficult to put into words how this thing handles. It handles like an all-wheel drive car. It handles like a rear-wheel drive car. You still get that, you know, at the limit, you still get the understeer, and it still plows a little bit, but, you know, on back roads, 30, 40, 50, 60 miles an hour, you're going to run out of talent way before this thing runs out of actual grip. So, yeah. Oh, man. This is a tall ask. Oh my god, it skips around turns. It doesn't push, it skips, and wow. Oh, that's just so good. Oh my god. Well, now I can't wait to drive the C30 because I now really want to see what we're up against. Yeah, giving a baseline of what this thing is and how we intend to beat it with the C30. We've definitely, I think it's going to be easier. I'll put it this way. I think it's going to be easier to beat the E46 M3 with the V70R than it is to beat the Civic Type R with the C30. But the good news, here's the really good news about this. We have already procured someone who has a Civic Type R that said that they would help us out. So there's a good chance that we already have a car to go up against this spring, which would be great. If not, Honda, hi, we would love to take our Volvo and pit it against the Civic Type R. So if you're watching, Honda, you know, call me. So yeah, as I go back towards the Monticello parking lot, let's talk about what's coming up next for the channel a little bit. Tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. Eastern, you will see Chad's next video on the C30. I believe he's talking about his first driving impressions and how much of a nightmare that car was to get registered. So stay tuned for that, and it's a really good story because he told it to us, and it's, yeah, it's almost as good as the V70R story. It's not quite on that same echelon of craziness, but there is, you know, I guess us and Volvos, we have a weird, it's something weird going on with us and Volvos as far as registering them in the state of New Jersey. But everything's good. He has a clean title and it's all registered. So stay tuned for that video and stay tuned for that story tomorrow. The V70R still has its interior being worked on, and the Aston is still in my possession, and I'm going to have a video for you on the Aston next week. It will be the 5 things that I love about that car, and there are many things I love about that car. So stay tuned for that video as well. And yeah, I'm just going to enjoy the rest of this drive, and that will do it for today. So thank you so much for watching. Please consider hitting the subscribe button if you like the video. Give it a thumbs up. If you want to get in contact with us, it is contact@shiftinglanes, or contact@shiftinglanes.com. If you want to follow us on social media, it is @shiftinglanes on everything: Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. If you'd like to get some of our merchandise, you can see it directly below this video now. We have our Teespring account linked. You can buy Team DadWagon shirts. You can buy Shifting Lanes branded shirts. And soon we'll have a new t-shirt for the C30. So stay tuned for that. You can also support us on Patreon. The link is in the description below. We use every bit of money made from this channel, from views, from Patreon, from the merchandise, to sink back into the channel. Every penny. We have literally never taken a dime from this business. Everything has been recycled back in, and that's the way it is going to be for the foreseeable future. Like I said, give it a thumbs up, and stay tuned for Chad's video tomorrow, and I will catch you next time. See ya.